Good morning, you guys. I'm going to be going live with OrCam in a second. I just have to put them in here. OrCam, and then hopefully it'll come on. OrCam Technologies, invite. Oh, good morning and what is today? Today is Thursday. Yay, it's Thursday. Happy Thursday, you guys. Hello.
Hey, Ashley, how are you?
I am good. How are you? Y'all, this is Linda. This is one of my colleagues I get to work with. She's awesome. I'm so excited for you guys to meet her.
Hey everyone, I'm Linda Avery from OrCam. We've been working together like over 3 years, almost 3 years exactly, I think.
Yes. It's been an amazing opportunity, not only for myself, but just for the awareness and bringing more attention to the blind and visually impaired and all the technology out there for us. And it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. Cool. So Ashley, I guess first of all, how are you doing this morning and what are you drinking and where are we
I
catching you?
I'm doing great. I actually woke up in a good mood. I was like, get it, girl. It's going to be a good day. It's beautiful out. We've been having crazy storms and tornadoes, like crazy the past couple weeks. So it's beautiful out. And I was like, I'm going to make me a Frappuccino. And that's what I did.
Ah, in the blender?
Yes, I do it every morning. It's just like, it's so much cheaper than getting Starbucks. And I get to
Yeah.
control how much caramel goes in there because I love caramel. They never give me enough caramel.
What's your recipe? It looks like super
Yeah.
professional.
Yes, it's just like this iced coffee from Walmart mixed in ice with extra caramel.
That sounds amazing.
I
Sounds
didn't know
delicious.
I loved caramel this much. Now I'm like, I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah, I love it too.
How are you?
You know, I'm good. I'm good. And, actually, we've done a lot of lives on Facebook, but this is the first time coming together for about OrCam on Instagram. So I guess, do you want to talk a little bit about your journey with OrCam? And, I see you're wearing your OrCam MyEye now. Is that?
Yeah, I have my MyEye on. My journey with OrCam has been nothing but spectacular, y'all. I have been so blessed. When I first got sick and lost my vision 5 years ago, I literally was told from my doctor, like, there's no hope out there. Sorry. Like, basically, you're just out of luck. Like, he didn't give me any direction on where to go on how am I going to be a successful visually impaired blind woman and mom because I have 3 little boys at home. And that's when we were listening to Dr. Phil one day, and there was this little girl on there. Y'all, I'm telling you, she gave me so much hope. I was like, if she can get up there and be this happy and she's visually impaired, man,
Yeah.
I can do it too. And she was able to be that way, all thanks to the OrCam and the independence it gave her. So I was like, y'all, I told my husband, I said, what can we do? I need one so bad. Like, I want to have that connection again with my kids. I just want to, I just want to be a mom again. Because I kind of felt like when I lost my vision, I wasn't really an active mom anymore. My husband was doing the reading, my sister-in-law was. Well, then my community came together because I was actually an avid photographer here in the Kansas City area. And a lot of people knew me and they were like, hey, let's put on a fundraiser for you. And I was like, oh my gosh, y'all, like, are you serious? Like, does this mean I might have enough money to get the OrCam? And I remember in the middle of, we had a golf tournament set up for us, fundraiser. And in the middle of it, the lady came to me. She goes, Ashley, we have enough cash right now for your OrCam. I'm
Oh my
going to go
gosh.
home and order it.
Wow.
And I was like, get it, girl. Like, I was so happy. But then, y'all, my OrCam came and I let it sit in a box for like 6 months. I was so scared. I was so overwhelmed. Um, but then I was like, one of my boys came to me and said, Mom, like, can you just read to me? Like, I just miss it. And I was like,
Yeah.
son, yes, I will definitely give it a shot. And he went and got my OrCam. And that was one of the best feelings I've ever felt as a parent because I was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
Like, just because I'm blind, my life isn't over. I just had to find a different way. Is it hard? Yes. But really, technically, once I found the way with OrCam, the hardness was out of the picture, in my opinion. Like, the hard part was getting the information about the OrCam, because there wasn't much information out there in Kansas City, So that was the hard part. Now I feel like I'm kind of just smooth selling, and I'm set up for success more than I was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, like what do you mean there wasn't like information? Like you didn't know other people who had an OrCam MyEye?
Correct. So I had not heard about the OrCam at all. When I went to my doctor and talked to him, he was just like, "What? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know this device or anything." So after I got hooked up with the OrCam, I was like, "Doctor, I'm gonna have to talk to you about this, because I was sitting in your office and just feeling so like blah. Like, what do you mean you're telling me there's no tools out there for me to be successful as a blind and visually impaired person? Like, no, that's not okay." So yeah, I mentioned the OrCam, and now he's an advocate for it. He talks about it, he brings it up, and he doesn't let his patients leave the room without knowing about it and feeling like he doesn't let them feel hopeless the way I felt. Like, we're kind of on the same page.
Yeah, I get that. And I guess since this is our first time, I'll show everyone a little bit what the OrCam MyEye is. So the OrCam MyEye is OrCam's flagship device. OrCam was founded over a decade ago, and yeah, Ashley's holding hers as well. I have mine on glasses, and the idea guiding the founders from the beginning was really creating assistive technology for the blind and visually impaired community. A lot of times you'll see with kind of high-tech companies, they'll come up with a product and say like, who do we want to help? Or who is it for? But for OrCam, it was really creating a product to empower and to make the world more accessible for people who are blind or visually impaired. So, and from the beginning, it was really based on feedback from the community. So this is the device that they came up with. It comes with a pair of glasses. Ashley has her flare, so she wears them with her glasses, and you just attach it with some magnets. And you can see it's about the size of my finger. It's super lightweight. And it does everything from like reading any text, like if you're out and about. Actually, you just did a video, like I know you use it a lot when you go to restaurants, and like you'll use it to find out what's on the menu. It has facial recognition, so like for example, if Ashley and I were to meet, it would identify me as a woman, or Ashley could say like Linda from OrCam. Barcode recognition, currency recognition, color recognition. So really kind of like the 360 of what you need when you're out and about for engaging with the world. And then we just released the OrCam MyEye 3, which has all of the OrCam MyEye core features. And in addition to that, it connects to a web-based smart magnifier and AI assistant. So it means like you have a picture, you can upload it and it will tell you what you're looking at. Or you have a text and you can upload it or take a picture with your OrCam. You can blow it up, you can change the contrast, you can have the OrCam MyEye read it to you. It works with like different languages, handwriting, like all that good stuff. And like Ashley, for you with the OrCam MyEye, how do you use it? Like, what are your favorite features? And like, how did you kind of learn it? Like when you mentioned was when you first got it, like it was hard to get it out of the box. And we do see like, we actually like established like lives like this. We have a Facebook community for our users to make it much more accessible and less intimidating. But like for you, like how did you learn how to use it and how do you use it in your everyday life?
So for me, I learned to use it by my boys. They were 4 and 5 at the time, and I had a 7-month-old. My 7-month-old didn't have much into this, but my 5-year-old really did. He was like, "Mom, we're going to figure this out. Like, it cannot be that difficult." And we pulled up some YouTube videos and we pulled it out. And I'll tell you, the first time we hit the button and it took a picture or whatever, my kids were like, "Mom, that is so cool. Like, it just reads it for you."
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts of the OrCam is I actually have my kids programmed in there.
Yeah.
So like when I turn and it says like, and there's like Oliver right there, I have it in his voice because I wanted to be able to hear them when it like says their name. So I get to hear their voice every single time. Like for my husband, I hear him, and like it's just a little extra like love that I have because it's not just my annoying voice. Like I get them too. But I use my device so much, like it's with me all the time, anywhere I go, just because you never know when y'all are out and about. Like, you never know if you need to read something or if you want to cross the street or if you need to just know where you're at. Like, y'all can be successful with the OrCam MyEye. I personally, at the beginning, I was so scared. I was like, how is this little device going to do all of this? Y'all, OrCam made it work. They made it happen. They took our feedback and they have been making it better and better and better. Like, if you were to compare the OrCam to years and years and years ago, like, the device was heavier. Like, they've made it lightweight. They made it more accessible to sit on your glasses and not make your glasses go wonky. They have an extra battery pack that you can take with you if you're out and about.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice. It's so helpful because I do like to get out and about. And with the summer coming up, like, I'm always doing something up at the kids' school, and I'm successful thanks to the OrCam. And it just gives me the confidence. Like, when I have it on, I'm like, you know what? That's okay. I know there's like obviously a sign there and I need to know what it says. I can do that. Let me pull out my OrCam. Boom. It reads it. I'm successful, just like somebody else with vision.
And, you know, I love what you're saying about how you were having your kids or your husband do the, like, when you recognize their face and record it, that you have them do it. So that's actually, you know, I think you're the first person I've spoken to that does that. And it's really cool. It, like, really shows how customizable the OrCam MyEye is. It's really designed to kind of go with you how you need it. And with the magnifier, if, you know, one day you want to use your own vision to magnify, if another day you want to be read to, like, it's really all about making it work for you.
Absolutely. And then what you were talking about with the OrCam Read 3, the AI, I wanted to touch base on that because y'all could be having your stuff blown up on your computer.
Yeah.
And you know how she said, like,
the
you can
magnifier,
change the contrast and everything like that. Y'all can literally ask, like, oh, when summer start? And it'll tell you. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you can just,
AI assistant.
yes, I was so blown away. I was like, man, OrCam is getting it. Like,
yeah. And the magnifier was really also something that was based on feedback from the community. Like, the idea is, instead of lugging like a clunky magnifier with you, like, you can have your OrCam MyEye, you can have the cable, and as long as you plug it into a computer, like with people who will use it at home and they'll go to work or school, and they don't have to carry like a huge magnifier with them. They have their device and a cable, and like, they don't have to lug their whole life with them in their bag. They have, you know, 2 small things to carry.
absolutely. I love that. And then you have that little battery pack and you're set.
And actually, like, for anyone who wants more information, you can go to Ashley's link in her bio and it will take you there. We're actually having a very special promotion now where you can get $240 off the OrCam MyEye 3, and you'll get it also by clicking Ashley's link.
Yes. And I just want to remind my followers, y'all, like, y'all are so amazing to me and so thoughtful. And you're connecting me with people out there that are low vision, just visually impaired and blind. And I'm so thankful because we get to bring awareness to OrCam and just helping other people like myself. So I'm just very much appreciative for all my followers and getting these messages out there, because all it takes is one person to hear this device and it could change their whole entire world. Also, it could just change their everyday demeanor. Like I said, the OrCam is just giving me that confidence, like that, you know what, girl, you got this. You can go out there and you can take on the world. So all it takes is one person to share the video and bring awareness, and y'all could be changing somebody's life dramatically.
That's cool. And so I think, like, if anyone from the audience has questions, like, we'd love to help answer them. I see Sahi says hi. And in the meantime, Ashley, for me, I'd love to know, like, you know, you're someone, you do a lot, like, you're a social media creator. You've over 500,000 followers just on Facebook. You're like an advocate, like, you really do, like, not just on social media, but you do a lot of things for the blind and visually impaired community, like, in real life, like, not digitally. You're a mom, you're a wife, you're like a daughter, your friend. Like, what are your tips, like, for kind of staying on top of it all, taking care of yourself, taking care of others? You laugh, but you do. Like, think about, like, you're amazing. Like, you're working, like, I'm sure your kids are about to go on break. Like, it's a lot. An entrepreneur.
I am successful because I have a good foundation at home. My kids are, like I said, they were so young when I got sick that they've had to grow with me. And when I think about that, they were 4 and 5 and 7 months old. Like, my youngest, Joey, he's never known me to have vision in his eyes. So they have given me the confidence and making me know, like, hey, I'm not out there by myself doing this. Like, even when I get out of the vehicle, I had 3 little boys wanting to hold mommy's hand just to guide me type of way. I'm really, really lucky. I feel like the foundation here at home and just my family help has definitely made me be more successful. Like I said, if it wasn't for Bentley, my oldest telling me like, Mom, I just want you to read to me again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know I don't know when I would have picked up the device. And I'm so frustrated with myself for waiting 6 months. And that's why I'm a huge advocate for OrCam, because I don't want y'all waiting and having this device in the box for 6 months. Y'all don't need that. You do not need that at all, because you have when you buy an OrCam, there's an actual like user space group over on Facebook that y'all can join. And there is so many people on there that are constantly helping. You can get free training. If you have a question, you get on there and you just put a question on and they will help you. Like, it's not like days and days and days you have to wait. Like, we are a whole community on this page working together and bringing awareness and basically just trying to show off all the cool features of the OrCam so everyone can be successful, or have the opportunity to be successful.
I see a question from Saki, and I think I'll let you take it. He says, what does the device do? So you want to take it, or should I?
Yeah, no. Okay, so this device right here, this is the OrCam MyEye. I'm going to turn it on. It takes a second, and I'm going to attach it to my glasses. This device, it'll take a picture of what's in front of me. It'll tell me, it'll tell me the date, the time, the color, read barcodes. Y'all, this is really cool. So like, if I'm going to the store and I'm like, I want some Doritos, okay? And I'm like, but I don't want regular Doritos. I want those new barbecue Doritos because those ones are so good. But it says, when you read your OrCam, it says Doritos. Well, guess what? No. You can like flip that bag over, find the barcode, and it'll tell you like the cheesy Doritos or like the barbecue Doritos. Like, I'm telling y'all, this device does wonders, and it attaches to your glasses. My mom's not on Facebook or Instagram, so I'm going to shut this off, but my mother-in-law is. So Jeannie, if you're listening, go ahead and exit this time. But for Mother's Day, I got them some really cool vases and stuff, but I actually got a book. And when I ordered the book, the lady knew I was visually impaired. She was like, why are you getting a book? And I was like, girl, what do you mean, why am I getting a book? Like, I'm capable of getting a book. Like, I know I'm giving this to somebody else, but this is an actual book about just like your mom and their history of like them growing up, like all of it. So their childhood to where they traveled to everything like that. So for this device, for me, you just have it attached to your glasses. You put if you're reading a book, you want to keep it right in front of your nose, like keep your arm out in front of your nose. You'll notice if you have it down lower or if you have it up high, it might not pick it up. And you just have to make sure that you get it in the right spot. At first, it does take a couple times, like if you're new to the OrCam, just because you don't really understand like how far away things are. But in my opinion, I always have my arm all the way out, straight to my nose, and I just take a picture this way, and it'll read it. I want to hear your story. A mother's guided journal to share her life and her love. Hear your story.
Wow. Very nice.
This book is about the moms and their journeys and just everything of them growing up, their childhood, the vacations they went on. And it's going to take time for our moms to like fill it out and stuff. But this is a really, really, really cool present. And thanks to the OrCam MyEye, I get to be involved with it.
So it's like you open up the book and it's things that like, it's like a journal almost with prompts.
Yes. And then they just fill it out. It's like a keepsake journal. So then they go through and answer all of it. So when they pass away, we still have the book and we know all the memories and stuff. Like my mom, when she was a little kid, she actually lost her hearing. And I didn't know that for the longest. She got hit with a chalkboard and the chalkboard went down on her and she lost her hearing for a few years.
Oh my God.
That was something that I wish I would have known sooner, but now I'm like, she can write this in the book for us and we're going to have the history. Like her dad passed away when she was 16 and she graduated early and joined the military, you know, like my kids are going to hear the history and I'm so excited.
And, you know, that reminds me, like, then you'll be able to use the OrCam MyEye 3's, like, magnifier, which reads handwriting. So let's
Yes.
trying it in. Wow,
That's
that's
the
so
other,
cool.
that's the cool thing with the OrCam read through. I do want to mention it does handwriting, y'all. Like,
Yeah.
I can take a picture and it'll read like a note that my kid's teacher, like, it's this week is teacher appreciation week. So obviously, I don't know why I do this, but I sent my stuff in like last week. I like freaked out that I'm gonna forget or something, so I sent stuff into one teacher, and she gave me a card. And it was like the first time I was like, girl, you can get out your device and you can read it with her handwriting. Like, you can be
Yeah.
successful, because I hadn't been able to do that before. I was like, thanks, OrCam, for listening to us. Taking
Yeah.
our feedback.
So for yes, yes. So for those in the audience, there's like we have the MyEye, which is what Ashley is wearing, and the OrCam Read 3, which is the handheld device, and both of them have access to the AI assistant and magnifier. And Ashley was actually with us for the launch, like the official marketing materials for OrCam Read 3. They all star Ashley.
Yes, y'all, that was so much fun. They came all the way here to Kansas City, and I was like, man, y'all are making me feel like a superstar. Like, it was so cool, bringing the awareness and everything like that. It was a great opportunity. I do want to mention one thing, because I'm just kind of patting myself on the back because your girl did something. Last night from TikTok, I got this box in the mail, and it was an electric desk, and I'm kind of tired of waiting on other people to like put stuff together for me. And I was like, you know what, girl, you're just
Like,
gonna try to do it yourself. Like, you're just gonna do it. And I was like, at first, like, no, you're not, Ashley. Then I was like, I can totally do this. I'm gonna get out my OrCam Read 3, and I asked one of my boys to come over and like tell me which part of the directions, like, is it just pictures or what is it? And he like told me like one page is step one, the other page is step two. Y'all, this desk I'm on right now, yeah, I built it. I'm super proud of myself on that. Like, I cannot believe it. And it was the confidence from the OrCam Read 3. Like, I followed instructions, and I have a desk that's electric that I can make it go up and down. Like, it was so exciting. My husband
Wow.
was in complete shock. He was like, I should have taken a whole video of you doing that. And I'm like, yeah, we might need to pull like the video from the camera in the house just to show people, because it was such a huge win for me.
Yeah.
That I didn't really, I doubted myself in the beginning of like, I don't really know if I'm capable of putting a desk together.
Yeah.
Man, yes, I am. I have the confidence because of the OrCam. Like, if I didn't have that OrCam device, this thing would still be sitting in the box, sister.
That's like amazing to hear, because that's really like what guides us. Like, we want to give, like, we want to make the world more accessible and give you the tools.
Yes, and you guys are. And like, to my followers out there and anybody just listening to this video, if you got it sent to you, like, just know that there are devices out there. There are people out there willing to help you. Don't feel hopeless. Don't feel like, man, I'm visually impaired, I can't do anything anymore. Please reach out to me. My inbox is always open.
Aww.
I'm always available, and just teaching and talking about OrCam, because like I said in the beginning, y'all, I was so down and out and depressed. Like, I thought my whole entire life was over. No, my whole life was just beginning once I realized that there was tools out there for me to be successful.
Oh, that's so nice. Do you have time for a few minutes from the audience? We'll see if anyone else has a question. Let's see. Does anyone have questions? We have time with with the lovely Ashley. Let's see. I'm going to look at that. Pardon? There's someone who asked in the audience, is it good for someone who's 12 years old?
So yes, kids can use this device. There's actually a device out there for, Linda, if you want to talk about it, the OrCam Learn. There's a device out there for students that they use in the classrooms. Like, one of my boys, he has dyslexia, and he uses the device almost every single day. Like, when he has homework, he was out of school almost all last week because he was super sick. And he goes, Mom, I can't find the OrCam. Where's the OrCam? And I'm like, bro, you know where the OrCam's at. So yeah, children definitely can use the device. I actually was in an elementary school around here with the Kansas School for the Blind, and I had, called? Like there was rotation set up,
Yeah.
and every kid that came through my line, I gave them the OrCam with the glasses, and they got
Wow.
to take a picture and read the sign what was in front of them, because I wanted them to have the opportunity to try it, and just know like there are tools out there. The amount of kids that were like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. Like, wow, like, hey, my grandpa needs one of these. I'm like, they probably do. Is he a veteran? Like, type of deal. So,
Yeah.
children can definitely use it.
Yeah, and that's it's really it. Like it's designed to be very intuitive. Like the OrCam MyEye, we do suggest. I think officially we say like maybe 7 or 8. A 12-year-old for sure, it shouldn't be any issue at all. And to be able to tap it and really, I think if you're also that young, like I see with the ambassador community, like the ambassadors we work with, the brand ambassadors who are young, they just kind of like pick it up and like they aren't intimidated by it. They just have grown up with technology. And then
yes, that's the other thing. The generation growing up right now is so used to technology that to them, this is just like another tool to be successful. For me, back in the day, I was like, girl, you're way too old for all this technology. Like, what is going on? But then I'm like, man, I need this technology just to be, I hate to say happy, but that's kind of what it is. Like if I didn't have the technology and the device, like the thought of me going to get my nails done or the thought of going to a restaurant and constantly having to depend on somebody else just makes me feel like a burden. And when you're blind and visually impaired, I don't know for anybody else, but for me, that's something I always carry, is feeling like a burden when I have to ask for help. And with the success of the OrCam, you know how many times I've been able to cut back asking for help, like asking to read a menu, asking, hey, is this my toothbrush or is this Bentley's? Like, type of deal. So it's amazing.
That's awesome, Ashley.
Yes. Anybody else have any more questions? We're always open, and we're going to save this live as well. So y'all feel free to share it. Let your friends and family know about it, and get the word out there, because like I said earlier, the more people that hear about this, just think how maybe they'd be happier. Like me, like compare me to 5 years ago when I got sick and I didn't know about the OrCam. Girl, I was so down and out. Like now I'm like, I got this.
Now you're making your own desk, like
yes,
announcing woman.
I know, it's so awesome. I love it.
Okay, well, thanks so much, Ashley. And if anyone has any questions, like you can check out the link in Ashley's bio, and it'll take you to our website, and you can learn more. And we're also obviously on Instagram, on Facebook, and we're happy to answer any questions you have.
I totally agree. So, y'all, thank you for listening. Thank you for participating, and thank you, Linda, for having me on here and just bringing more awareness, because it makes my heart so happy.
Thanks so much, Ashley. It was great to have you, and thank you to everyone who joined. It was lovely to have you with us, and we hope you have a great day.
Hear you guys later.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Take care.